Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Northy and today we're doing something a little bit different, something new on my channel. We're looking at the psychic weather coming up for November 2023. Now, what do I mean about psychic weather? Well, it's the energy, it's the vibe, it's what we're expecting to feel, what downloads are coming, what energetic pulls we'll feel throughout the month. So really it's just kind of giving a general forecast of what we can expect, what we can feel, and what is coming up in November 2023. Now, doing it a little bit differently, I am using oracle cards instead of tarot. I work with the Archangel Michael and I work with Archangel Zadkiel as well. So I have got some very Archangel Michael cards here. So we've got two Archangel Michael decks, one by Radley Valentine, one by Doreen Virtue, and I have got, which is new to me, the Magical Dimensions second edition by Lightstar Creations. It arrived yesterday and I'm just totally in love with it. It's very cosmic but very Merlin energy at the same time, if you get my vibe. The whole thing I want to do is just to show an overview of what energetically is coming up. There is so much going on in the world, as you probably know. We have got war, we have got disease and poverty, and there's so much darkness that sometimes it feels a bit overbearing, especially to those who live in the northern hemisphere and are going into the winter months. There can be a real kind of shock. The clocks have just gone back here in the UK, and people see, a lot of people, not everyone, personally I like getting cozy in the winter, but people sometimes react to the darkness and be it kind of literally like it's a depression, like it's a fog, like the summer has gone, and they need that vitamin D and the sunshine to make everything bright and new, and they don't seem to see winter as cozy and wonderful as other people see winter. So there's a lot going on with perspective. Time has even altered. We came up to a big thing. I've got to admit, there was this energy around the full moon and the lunar eclipse, and I felt like, and this is going to sound a little bit hippie trippy, but I felt like we jumped timeline then. I felt like the timeline we were on was going to end up ending very badly, but we jumped over the lunar eclipse. Something happened, we boom, because it's all faded out, or we've still got all of that darkness and stuff going on, but it doesn't feel like us. It doesn't feel as ominous, let me put it that way. It doesn't feel like there is going to be a massive conflict in terms of globally. And I really felt like it's almost like oppressive. And I feel like the rolling news 24, doom scrolling and all of that kind of thing is very bad for people. But there is so much propaganda. There is so much misinformation. And the news frame of it's just step back, send love to it, and move forward in a way. I did an exercise with Archangel Michael, and it's very much like cutting away any of the negativity, cutting away that wall and putting a protection up around you. Archangel Michael's sword of light, of course. It's putting that barrier up, because that toxicity, even though it's existing in the world, even though it's can't speak, even though it's all over social media, it's not something that you have to absorb yourself. And that's a lesson for me. That's a lesson for you or anyone listening. Some people will be like, oh, I already know that. That's fine. That's great. But it's a nice reminder. It's a nice reminder. that you don't get too involved. You send love, you send prayers, you send healing. And that is sometimes all we can do. I know that there's thoughts and prayers. That's a meme where people say, oh, it does no good. Oh, it's just thrown away. Oh, what are you doing? Thoughts and prayers, huh? Well, thoughts and prayers do work. Prayers really do work. Really, really do work. Prayers, spells, incantations, as long as it's in the light, it's good. Sometimes darkness wins a little bit, but light always comes back in and takes that space back. So I'm feeling quite strong for November. I hope you are feeling strong for November. The November full moon is on the 27th, and it is Beaver moon. It is not only Beaver moon, but it is also frost moon. So we're getting into the icy cold months. Let's have a look at the cards. Let's see what Archangel Michael wants to say. Now, everyone can work with an archangel. You can work with an archangel. Just ask them to be around you. They're infinite. They can be with more than one person at once. In fact, most spirits can be. And it does work. Let's have a look, see where Archangel Michael wants us to go. Okay. Interesting. We had this around full moon. There was a sign of abundance. So it says, welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity is on its way to you. Have faith that sources will heal your financial challenges. Have faith that sources will heal your financial challenges. There is an abundance that I would say the universe is infinite. It's infinitely abundant. But people have there's been quite a few shocks with regarding how people are going to afford things, how people are in a fear energy when it comes to their abundance. I feel like this is done on purpose because negativity feeds on fear. Negative things, negative energy, negative entities feed on fear. So if you go into a space that things are going to be very abundant for you, that things are going to come to you when you need them, that things are going to be provided for you, and that you are going to be safe and secure, and everything is going to work out well. It might sound, I guess, corny in a way, and I really don't mean to be condescending, but this is really about asking the universe for a hand, saying, listen, can all of this good stuff come to me too? Welcome it like it's already there. Now, that doesn't mean go out and spend everything in your bank account. What it means is just saying to the universe, I'm rich. The universe goes, okay, you're rich. Or I'm well off. Or I always have enough money in the bank to get what I need. So this, like that, and abundance isn't always just about the readies. It's also about having people in your life that bring you joy, having hobbies and interests that bring you joy. I know there's a lot of gold on this card, but sometimes there's things that money cannot buy. Let's have a look and see what else. Okay. Time to play. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences and bring balance to your life. What was I just saying about your interests, your joy? It's just straight there. Okay. Anything else that just confirms that for me? And regain your focus. Trivial life matters are distracting you from your goals. Archangel Metatron and I are here to help you stay grounded. Now, Archangel Metatron is also a guide you can call in, also an archangel you can call in, and he's very knowledgeable, very knowledgeable. That's Metatron's cube behind Archangel Michael's sword on the card. So yeah, ask Archangel Metatron to help you focus. Ask Archangel Michael to grant you the wisdom to have clarity on what to focus on. So I feel like you've got three things coming in from Archangel Michael here. It's welcome abundance into your life and enjoy your hobbies, enjoy your interests. But coming into the later, at the end of the month, is really about focusing on something you want as a goal. Like, have a razor sharp focus on it. And I feel like by bringing abundance into your life, by relaxing and enjoying some hobbies or your interests, even if it's reading a book, even if it's playing with your dog, your cats, going for some walks, doing something, really re-energizing yourself, it's going to help you in the longer term focus on your goals, because it will clear your mind and clear your head. So they're coming up to this frost moon, and I feel like frost is a very refreshing. I know it's cold, I know it's slippy, but it's refreshing. It's when you go out in the morning, it's that breath of fresh air that you get, that cold air. Getting taken to Archangel Michael here. I was going to do the Magical Dimensions cards, and that is more with Merlin's energy, but we shall have a look at this. Oh, let's have a look. These are really old school cards, really old school. Let's have a look at Archangel Michael. What else? Believe and trust. Before going to sleep tonight, say, Archangel Michael, please enter my dreams and replace fear with faith and trust. Let me be filled with strength, courage, and confidence. That's that fear energy I mentioned right at the beginning. That fear energy. You've created this situation and you have the power to change it. And eternal love. Okay. So thank you for letting me lean on your strength and reminding me of my personal power. Please guide me to manifest and heal according to divine will, creating peace and balance for everyone involved. Now, I feel these cards are more focused at world events. The believe and trust one is just to remind everyone, wherever you are in the world, to either pray, say a little incantation, say a spell, whatever you do, just to resolve what is going on in the Middle East, in Ukraine. I really feel that those two cards are about that. It's about going within and leaning on that information, leaning into that knowledge there. The eternal love one, it's helped me perceive all of the love that surrounds me so I can feel safe receiving, expressing, and giving love. That's a beautiful one, because that's really about, that's all that there is love. And that's the most powerful force in the universe. That's the light. I know it's very, very old-fashioned to say love and light, but in the spiritual community, but it really is. There is love and light. I mean, there is darkness, don't get me wrong, of course there is, but we are beings of light, we are beings of love. And this is really asking you to go within and wonder why you sometimes are not good at receiving love, and sometimes expressing love and giving love, and kind of work on your own heart energy as well as sending love to other people. One of the things that can help you with your heart energy is actually sending love and prayers, and it helps you feel worthy of love as well. It really does. It helps you feel like you can receive love. So when you're sending out healing prayers, whatever it is, you are not just healing and helping the situation, you are actually helping yourself and helping you raise that vibration as well. Because I think when people say love, it gets very Hallmark holidays, you know, it's like lots of love hearts and kisses, and it's a bit, it's almost like romantic love, but often what we don't see is love of community, love of self, love of your family, you know, your love of your pets. Some people's pets are their family as well. Love of some, like, you can love almost anything. And it's weird because the wrong side of love, which isn't love, is obsession and destructive love, and that's never really love. It gets brand like loving too much or something, like when somebody's, I don't know, a stalker or something. That's just odd. That's odd, and that's it. That's more of a perversion and obsession. That's more of a kind of, you know, that's not love. But I'm just waffling on now. Let's have a look and see what the Merlin energy wants. Now, I do work with a lot of Merlin energy. You'll know my cat is called Merlin. I do have a lot of Merlin energy about me, and around me. So he is somebody I work with as well. And I thought this deck, when I got this deck, it's just, honestly, I haven't read the book yet, so I don't know if there's anything about Merlin in it, but wow, it's just so beautiful. So like I say, I haven't read all of the book. Let's have a look and see what the energy's saying. Crown portal, divinity, unity, and separation. So we are coming, it's asking us to be completely aware that we are all one. We only see each other as separate because of physical things like skin tone or hairstyle or tribe or surname. We are actually all one people. We are actually all joined up to the same light. But the separation is when we get onto the earth and our own earthly experiences. We are all incarnated to learn something. We all incarnate because we have to, because we need to learn, we need to understand something, we need something for our life lesson, whatever it may be. We all incarnate for that reason. We choose where to incarnate, how to incarnate, who our parents are, how we are doing it. It's not just random. So there is an equality in choice, but people get onto the earth and there's all these divisions, and there's different viewing of how we've got here and everything. And it's really strange from a spiritual perspective to see everything as so divisive. Now, I'm not saying open all borders and do all these things at all, not at all, because while we choose who to incarnate and why to incarnate, there are still dark forces on the earth that manipulate people. There are still some basically demons in meat suits. I'm not saying there's not that many of them, but you tend to hear about them, to be honest. I'll give you an example of a couple from history, just so you know what you're looking at. Like Stalin was one. Let me have a think. Joseph Fritzl was one, is one. He's still alive, I believe. Anyway, you get the picture. They are kind of like human. Basically, somebody swapped out. There used to be this thing called changelings, where the fairies took the soul of the baby or took the baby and swapped it out. It's kind of like that energetically, but there is actual people who basically get demons. And anyway, you always find out more or less after the fact of who they are and what they are. So yeah, it's very dark, but there is more of us than there is of them, and we are beings of light. We choose to incarnate where we choose to incarnate, and we are here to learn a lesson. You are sovereign only to yourself, and of course the king. Let's have a look and see what the other card is. Shifting frequencies, intensity, choices align. And let's pull another one here as well. Transformation, morph, synchronicity, impulse. That's focus as well. Okay, that's really cool actually. The shifting of the frequencies. This is really telling us that we need to not only work on ourselves, but I feel like we are going to be getting like a download around 11:11. That is the 11:11 portal. I feel like around this portal you are going to have a choice. I feel this choice is tied up with the internal love, with focusing on giving love, focusing on being at one with yourself, being at one with the universe. And here we have transformation. I feel like the 1111 portal is going to open up so many things for so many people with regarding how they want to be, who they want to be, how they're going to get there. And then we have transformation, which is, I feel like after 1111, we are going to get so much more synchronicity, so much more impulse, be able to morph and transcend into a new way of being. But here is that eternal love card as well from Archangel Michael, and that's trying through regain your focus. And I really feel like all of that ties in to be able to say we have got to be who we want to be. We have got to be aligned with our higher self. 1111 is a portal that we can step through. We need to shake off all of the darkness that is attaching to us in this. We use Archangel Michael's energy to remove it. I feel like that created situation is to do with drama, unfolding fights, unfolding wars right on earth. I feel that has been minimized. I feel like we need to be able to send love and healing to all those affected by and are in conflict zones, who are in poverty. We need to embrace that we have a sense of abundance, a sense of connection to the universe and our higher selves. I feel like the shock of war, the shock of graphic images, it throws people, it knocks people out of sync. So 1111 is going to be a massive one. I might do a separate video on that, and the transformation, the morph, the synchronicity. I really feel like we are going to get that coming in and coming through. Very interesting, and very positive as well. What I thought was going to be 3 days ago a very tricky month, and I thought, no, wait. But I didn't think. Archangel Michael was like, wait, to do the reading, wait. And you get to today, and he shows you that energy, and the energy has lifted. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope you have a wonderful November, and come back and watch some other videos of mine throughout November. Please like, subscribe, share, all that YouTubery stuff that I forget to say. Thank you very much for being here. If you've made it to the end, I do appreciate you. Leave a little blue heart for Archangel Michael in the comments as well. I forgot to say that at the start. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Much love to you, and I will see you in a bit. Bye, everyone.